There's still hope for humanity. And this hope isn't Jesus Christ or God. It's the defense industry. Not your average, evil, suit and tie, big defense industry. It's guys dressed like that. Silicon Valley type defense contractors, also called Defense 2.0. And what they promise is cheaper, mass-producible assets with the same efficiency as our conventional standoff weapons, like for example, Tomahawks or JSOWs. And if something sounds too good to be true, you should look into it. And we did. So we did a lot of research for our customers. So we looked into data and experiences from current conflicts, talked to a few people who apply those weapon systems or some comparable weapon systems. So we are talking about stuff like Anduril, Stark, Helsing and the like. And let's just say the results have been pretty interesting. What we first did was comparing the data, putting the obsolete cruise missile, conventional cruise missile, against a disposable strike drone. Less range, less payload, less effectiveness. You could say, okay, good, we can compensate that by, for example, swarming a target. If you look into strike data from Ukraine, where swarming attacks against facilities had been a thing, first off, you had to bring those assets closer by than using like a decisive strike with cruise missiles. Next off, all those strikes resulted in harassing hits. So there had been no complete destructions of targets recorded to that point. Of course, smaller assets like ships and the like, yes, they can be sunk. If we are talking about large military type facilities, targets you want to strike during deep strikes, hardened facilities, you need a certain amount of explosives, you need certain measures to stay stealthy, counter EW, and all those measures add up to the price of a product. Is the price it is. And there's a reason why Ukraine is also constantly asking for exactly that. Tomahawk cruise missiles, Gen 4 jets, Gen 5 jets, Storm Shadow cruise missiles. Generally, adult life should have taught you one thing. You shouldn't be too serious about business claims made by a businessman in a Hawaiian shirt. Those specific cheap strike assets, they don't replace anything. They just fill a capability gap. For example, in GWOT, we could have used those strike assets pretty well because we wouldn't have to throw like a JDAM or JSAW on any insurgent or goat farmer there is. But if you want to have a deeper look, subscribe to a blog and learn what's really about. Thank you.